Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw here in Las Vegas, and I'm here in a place that I was here 4 years ago, Area 15. And I had a wonderful interview back then, and now I'm back. I'm here with Jim Heilman, who's the Vice President of Product Development, and he's going to explain, first of all, what is, again, Area 15, and the second thing is all the different things that has to offer for you and your clients when you come here to Vegas. It's really, it's a fun entertainment, food, everything else, but we're going to get into that and a lot more on Insider Travel Report. So, Jim, great to meet you, and I'm back here. I mean, it's amazing to be back here. First of all, what is Area 15?
Well, I'm glad you're back, James. It's been a few years, but here we are. So I mean, Area 15 is, the world's leading immersive entertainment collection of entertainment experiences: food and beverage, retail, art, events, and more.
Yeah. So, is it for groups, for couples, for kids? What? It's also for families too, right?
Yeah, I think it's for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's for everybody. You know, we've been open 4 years now, and a lot of things have evolved. We've added a ton of new experiences. We've gotten to know our audience a little bit, and it's a pretty broad audience. We have, during the day you see a little bit more families, and during the evening, it changes a little bit, but we hit a pretty wide spectrum of demographics.
Now, I remember some of the initial attractions. What were those? What were your base attractions when you first started?
Yeah, that was, it seems like a long time ago now, but only 4 years ago when you were here last. And, we opened day one, and, it was an interesting time. It was the middle of the pandemic, but we were committed to opening, and so we did it. And, it was really an interesting time to connect, primarily at that point in time with the locals in Las Vegas. And so we opened day one with, we opened the Spine, which is what's behind us here. And so, we had a lot of our art exhibits in place.
I remember that, and walking in front, and you had this sort of weird car at the front and all kinds of things like that.
Yep, we have Henry Chang. We have several of Henry Chang's cars here now, even more than we did day one.
I think stuff they said used to be used at Big Rock Festival out in the desert. That one, I think it felt kind of like that, except inside. It looks like a giant hangar, first of all.
Yeah, we call it a bunker. It's a big 200,000 square foot tilt-up warehouse, and there's a little bit of a backstory to it, and there's this is an abandoned military facility that has been kind of taken over by some fun people, and so
there is a reason why it's called Area 15. In homage to Area 51.
There's a little nod to that, but it's a lot more than that.
Well, I know a lot of people. I was telling you that some guy got in a car in front of me and said, "I wanted to go to Area 51," and the doorman said, "No, you mean Area 15?" "No, 51." But I think they took it to Area 15. So
yeah, we can switch the numbers around, and it means something else. But it's Area 15 is a lot of things. It is art, like we've talked about, but it's a place for people to come and connect. To be themselves, it's a very welcoming environment, so it's transformative too. So, when you look at this big building when you're driving by or as you're about to walk in and you're like, what's inside there? You open the doors and it's like, you look around and it's a whole new universe. So, inside, it's a place for people to explore and try new things. It's free to enter. So, people can come in and check it out and, kind of pick and choose what they'd like to do. We have bundle packages now that, that's one of the things that we've evolved with since day one is creating a, kind of a seamless guest experience. So if you want to, come in and enjoy, our anchor tenant, our primary attraction is Omega Mart's Meow Wolf's Omega Mart, which is a 50,000 square foot experience, a walk-through immersive art experience, a little bit like a grocery store, but a lot more.
That opened the week after I was here, so I never did that one. So that was an interesting, and everybody talks about Meow Wolf, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's new. That's new since you came here last. but we have a ton of other things. We've got ice cream. We've got we've got a center bar called Oddwood, which has a tree with 3,500 LED lights on it. That's another little Burning Man influence I think you were referring to earlier. That there's a little bit of that influence with us here through the art with some of the things that we do. We've added retail. We've added one more restaurant since the last time you were here. I think when you were here last, we had the Beast of Todd English's Beast, and we've added Kaya Hand Roll, which is a sushi concept.
No, I know. We walked past that earlier. So you can actually spend significant time here, eat, drink, and then play some games and experience some different things. I know you got a whole 360 vision thing. You got all these different activities, Meow Wolf, and then you also have expanded to nearby buildings, right?
Yeah. So this is our main bunker is the Area 15 bunker here that we're inside of right now. But we have 30,000 square foot bunker buildings adjacent to us, a little bit smaller, in addition to Illuminarium, which is new since we opened.
That's the one I went. I did see that. Yeah.
And in those buildings, we have Netflix's Army of the Dead is open and operating right now. We have a John Wick experience in one of the other bunker buildings.
I forgot about that one.
That's opening later this year. And back to inside the building, we have Super Plastic, which is opening next week. What
is Super Plastic?
Super Plastic is a little bit of an edgy anime character concept that is going to have a retail component and an experiential component. So it's a little play on the word dopamine. Okay. It's called Dopamine.
Now, you also have lots of special events, lots of music, other activities. I get a release from you almost every other week about all the things that are going on here, right?
Yeah, we definitely have a lot going on, and it is a little hard to keep up with sometimes, but almost daily. We had 400 events in the past 12 months here.
Wow.
Both public and private events, ticketed events, concerts, wellness events. We in the space we're standing next to here, which is Asylum Arcade. We have pinball tournaments in here, DJ events on the weekends, all kinds of stuff. So almost every single day of the year we have something going on, in addition to the day in, day out kind of food and beverage and attraction experiences.
And then I think next year you cut a deal with Universal, right? To do what's it called? They're Great Monsters, right?
Yeah, they've got some monsters. They kind of let a little sneak peek out this past week as to what it's going to be, but it's called Horror Unleashed, and that's from Universal. It's a 100,000 square foot year-round horror experience. So that's going to anchor the expansion of our district in Las Vegas. So we call the area that we're in now District 1. District 2 is anchored by Universal. We have iFly indoor skydiving experience. It's also going to be over there. We have thrill rides. We have a ton of other food and beverage and attraction and retail experiences that are opening as well. That opens next August.
Yeah, August. Well, I know down in Orlando they're opening up their big Epic Universe with a monster attraction as well, right?
Yep. Yeah, Universal has a lot going on, and they're great partners. So we're super excited to bring them to Las Vegas and to Area 15.
Now, for my viewers, travel advisors, how can they work with you? They book groups in here. I know I've actually personally been with a lot of travel advisors at some of your venues where there were parties, there were activities. So how can they work with you?
Yeah, we have events going on here today, actually. So we have a number of amazing event venues, different sizes, from 3,000 square foot more intimate space to a 7,000 square foot 360 degree projection mapped environment that you can host any kind of event in and create any kind of environment you want. We have a 30,000 square foot outdoor space, and we also do full venue buyouts. So this entire campus can be coordinated for a single client event. So
you could actually have do a buyout of the whole place, right?
Yeah, we have maximum flexibility in here. We can do just about anything.
Yeah, well, I've been here to individual events, and it's always been great. A lot of fun, a lot of activities. Now, so it is something the travel advisors can get involved in and actually work with their clients and get them in here, right?
Yeah, we love to partner with them.
Okay. Now, what's the future hold? You seem to be doing new stuff every single week, every single month. Obviously, some of the big things coming up with Universal and all that other district. But what else is going to happen here at Area 15?
Well, beyond every day doing something new with public and private events, we're always going to have that happening. So that's a constant level of activity and programming, and you're bringing new people to experience Area 15. So that's an ongoing thing that always makes it exciting to be part of Area 15. But District 2 is and some of the other experiences that are opening in the next few months is really where our focus is right now in Las Vegas. You know, we're doubling the size of the campus right now to 40 acres. And then there's hopefully more to come after that. So we own another 40 acres of land adjacent here. So we'll see what the future holds.
You got quite a little parcel of land here in Las Vegas. You're like the mini Disney here of Florida, right? You've got a great place to expand, right?
Yeah, we'd love to think of ourselves in the same conversation as Disney. We got a little work to do to get there, but as far as providing amazing experience for our guests and a great brand experience, we aspire to be in that conversation more often.
Now, anything else you want to tell our 127,000 travel advisors about this space? Many of them have been here since they come out for conferences, but I think a lot of people, when I say Area 15, it's starting to get in people recognize the name. But what would you tell them about Area 15 beyond what we've already talked about?
Yeah, I think the general tone of how I would invite that conversation is, Area 15 we're constantly evolving. From the first time you were here 4 years ago to now, we've opened dozens of new experiences. We are constantly programming our spaces with new events and new content, new music genres, immersive movies, experiences, to health and wellness, and all those other things. So there's always something new to come here and see on any given day of the year. And we would love to continue to host a ton of events going forward. So,
and I know a lot of travel advisors who like to book it and actually come and see it for themselves. But as you can say, if you can think it, you're probably thinking about new stuff all the time and what you're going to do here. Now, where can travel advisors go to learn more about Area 15?
Yeah, they can hit our website, area15.com/events, and check us out there, and somebody will be in touch.
Well, Jim, it's great to be back after 4 years. I came here during COVID when you were just opening. It was still an amazing and very wonderful place, very different, never seen an attraction like this, and you just keep getting bigger and bigger, and now you're going to have Universal and a lot of other ones in your whole other areas, and it's going to be amazing. I hope I can come back next.
Love to have you back.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.